So after filming my George Harrison vinyl box set video last week, I realised I actually haven't done a video on my complete George Harrison vinyl collection. And I thought, that's quite an interesting topic really. I could do that, a complete George Harrison vinyl collection. So I pieced all my stuff together this morning and it turns out, I upload.
Really wanna see low, but it takes so long.
So hello and yes, welcome back to another video, guys. I can see my hair sticking up. Pooey. Oh well. Hello and yes, welcome back to another video, guys. It is another George Harrison video today. Another one. I know. Done 3 in the last couple weeks, and it is all because of this box set here. Very excited about this box. I done my unboxing of it this time last week. No, a couple weeks ago when I'm trying to figure this out because I'm not uploading this video today. I'm going to be uploading next week at some point. So it would have been maybe 10, 12 days since I uploaded a video of this. And then I also reviewed his second studio album, Living in the Material World, this week. So this is the third George Harrison vinyl. This is the third George Harrison video I've done in the last week or so on this channel. And yeah, as I say, it's I started to put all my bits together, and I realised I hadn't done a complete vinyl video on George Harrison. I hadn't done a collection video of all sorts on George Harrison. The only thing I've done on George Harrison is a couple reviews. I've done videos on all of these boxes, so there'll be links in the description if you want to see any of these in detail. And I've done an album ranking, but I haven't shown my entire collection. Hello, Maisie. So yeah, there's a lot to go over. So the George Harrison, one of the Beatles. I mean, what can you say? Fantastic start to his career. She's gonna start crying again. Hey, what do you want? What do you want? Tell you what, I can do this while I talk. Let's go get the dog some food and do this while we move. Going into my kitchen. So yeah, George Harrison. He is one of. Wait, she wants to go outside. She is. He was one of the Beatles. A fantastic musician. There we go. And yeah, just an all-round fantastic guy. I love his personality. He had a great personality. Now she wants food now. So yeah. And he went into his solo career with such a great attitude, really, if you think about it. I mean, it's all the Beatles went into their solo careers with optimism, let's say. John Lennon went in and put out these really raw albums. Here you go, mate. And with these really raw albums, look at the mess on the table. I apologise about that. Now she wants to go outside and eat them. Don't sound not good to my dog, because I know in the last video I was trying to do an unboxing and she kept annoying me, and I made a comment that I was going to slap her or something like that. Some people took that a bit seriously, so I apologise about that. I've never actually hurt my dog. Love my dog. But she was interrupting a very important unboxing. You can only do them once. Hey? You know when to annoy me, don't you, puppy dog? Hey? She's lovely. Anyway, so yeah, John went in with these really raw albums and put out these fantastic records. They were great. I give Ringo a lot of credit. He had a lot of balls to go and do country and jazz albums. McCartney was doing something very creative, but at the time wasn't too well respected. George just went in with these great solo albums. It started off so good. George just had a fantastic start to his career. And really, honestly, looking at every single George Harrison album, they're all very good albums. There's no weak ones, I don't think. So anyway, today what we're going to be doing is we're going to be looking at my entire collection. That includes vinyls, CDs, books, box sets, special edition things like this thing here. Everything. So yeah, where are we going to start? I'm going to do my CDs and DVD Blu-ray collection first because it's a very small pile. So yeah, when I say CDs, I'm going to come back to these at the end, the box sets. I'm going to do all the box sets at the end. So outside of them box sets, I don't actually have much. I've got the Let It Roll compilation, which is great, It's a great box set. It's got all the George tracks you could possibly want on here. Let's have a look at the track list in there. We've got My Man Set on You opening up the album, which of course is, I wouldn't say that's one of my personal favourite George tracks, but then we got, like Give Me Love, Give Me Peace on Earth, Ballad of Sir Frankie Crisp, which is one of my personal favourite George tracks. All Things Must Pass, This Is Love, Marwar Blues, great instrumental, Rising Sun, When We Was Fab. So yeah, very, very cool compilation there. I'll whack that there. She wants to go outside again. Next one up is this. It's a CD single for the 2000 version, My Sweet Lord, which was the last thing which George saw released. And it's very sad, really. I mean, if you think about it, the vocals on it are great, considering the man was, well, he was dying at the time. And, you know, it's great. You also get a B-side of an outtake of Let It Down from the All Things Must Pass album, which also sounds great as well. There you are, mate. So yeah, it's a very, very cool CD, I think. You know, there's a lot of cool stuff going on it. I love the fact that they put an outtake on the back of it. It sounds great. And yeah, I'd recommend to anyone who actually doesn't have this CD single. It's the last time I'm getting up, guys. Next time I just pause the recording. You know, it's great. And of course, you also get the original version of My Sweet Lord on there as well. That's a very nice thing for George to go out on. Next thing up is a mini box set itself. It's the Brainwash CD. You don't get this in the Dark Horse Years box set. So be aware if you're buying the CD boxes, you don't get this album in there for some reason. I think it's because the Dark Horse Years box set came out very quickly after this release. You know, it's a shame they didn't put it in there, because really, that isn't the complete Dark Horse Years. You know, you're going to have this in there as well. But anyway, this is an amazing album. I'd probably put this as my third favourite George album now. I'd probably go... Maybe not. Probably go fourth. I'd probably go my favourite George albums, All Things Must Pass, Living in the Material World, self-titled, then Brainwashed, then probably Cloud 9. That's like my top 5 George albums. But yeah, it's great. Go inside. Got the CD in here, a little digipack, which is nice. Get a little book in there. Get a poster. And you get like a 10-minute documentary. It's only 10 minutes, but it's really cool. Get to see Danny Harrison. Jeff Lynne talking about the making of this album, of course, because it got finished after George sadly passed away. And yeah, it's very interesting. So, very cool. I bought this because I got the John Lennon one, and I don't really like the John Lennon one, and I don't really like the George Harrison one. This is called All Things Must Pass. They're like 40-minute length documentaries about when the heroes sadly passed away. You know, the John one's quite interesting actually, but the George one, it is covered so much better in the Living in the Material World documentary. So I would say pass on this, guys. There's not really anything to this. This is amazing though. This is the concert for George, which of course, a year after he died, Eric Clapton and Danny Harrison arranged a load of musicians to get together and perform George's best songs from Beatles through to solo career. And as I say, you know, you've got Eric Clapton on here, he's great. You've got Jeff Lynne there the whole time. You know, you've got Ravi Shankar come out as well. And then throughout the whole thing, we have people like Tom Petty comes out, Ringo Starr comes out, Paul McCartney, Monty Python, you know, Joe Brown. So many great people come out. And this is a great buy as well. I'd actually recommend this over the Blu-ray. Even though the Blu-ray is going to look and sound better. The Blu-ray comes in a very standard case, whereas the DVD has this really nice fold out and you get a nice book in there as well. Love that picture of George as well. So, very, very awesome there. Love this. My mum got me this for Easter, about 4 years ago or something like that. You can actually see me do it in a vinyl update when I was away staying in a caravan for Easter. And it's very cool. I remember opening that and being so happy. Now, I pulled this down as well. This is actually the 30th anniversary concert for Bob Dylan, but George Harrison comes out and sings, I think, one track? Yeah, he sings one track. Absolutely Sweet Mary. This is a track he sings. This is very cool. Very nice. You get a lot of other great musicians on there. You can actually see George just there with the acoustic guitar. So, yeah. Thought I'd bring that down because he does sing the song on there. And this is it. This is what it's all about. Living in a Material World documentary. You can see the book there as well. Fantastic. It is such a cool documentary. One of my favourite documentaries ever. It's Martin Scorsese. Martin Scorsese is great. So yeah, I have to recommend that as well. Anyway, there's that. Now I guess we'll do the 7 inches. Do my 7-inch singles quickly. Because I'm not a big 7-inch person. I'm not a big fan of 7-inch singles. Sorry if you see me keep looking out there, I just keep wanting to make sure my dog don't want to come in. So yeah, there's quite a few to go over here still though. And actually a lot of them still got the price tags on, which is quite funny. So here is an original to My Sweet Lord, which I paid £2 for. So yeah, that one of the best singles ever. Yeah, incredible. The B-side is What Is Life, which is maybe even better than the A-side. Another version of My Sweet Lord here, for some reason. And another one, backed with Isn't It a Pity Though. And I love that picture sleeve, that's awesome. So yeah, I believe this is a French pressing. Yeah, it's French pressing. So, very cool. 7-inch to Bangladesh. Now, I really don't like the song Bangladesh, if I'm being honest. I don't know. Don't like that song. But I love the B-side, Deep Blue. Really cool B-side to that one. Next one up, of course, is Give Me Love, Give Me Peace on Earth, which is an incredible song. And the B-side is Miss O'Dell, which is also a cool B-side. And here we got one from Dark Horse. It's the title track, Dark Horse. And then the B-side is Harrison Tour. So yeah, I love the design of the labels on that. Very cool. Here we got the 7-inch to You. And the B-side of this one is World of Stone, which is also a very cool song. So yeah, very cool. Right, got to let my dog in. So I'll bring you guys with me quickly so I don't have to do loads of editing. This is me being lazy, really, because I don't want to do all the editing, guys. It's easier if I just film it all in one go. There we are, she's got some food on the floor, so hopefully she'll eat that now. I won't have to keep getting up. You guys know me, I'm not really into the whole editing thing, so it's easier for me just to get up and keep the camera rolling. She is going to whine for food. Alright, I'll be out in a minute. Can you wait 1 minute? Yeah? Alright, I'll be a minute. The next one up is a song which I said wrong in the vinyl box set unboxing, and people were taking the piss at me in the comments for it. It's the song Blow Away from the self-titled album from George Harrison. And I said Blown Away, the Jeff Lynne track, in my vinyl box set and video, so I apologise for that. But anyway, this is a great song, I love it. It truly is one of my very favourite George Harrison songs. And the B-side is Soft Touch. And then this is quite a rare 7-inch here. This is a picture disc to Faster, which is, again, one of my favourite tracks off the self-titled George Harrison album. It's his Formula 1 track, has a great music video as well. Your Love Is Forever is the B-side as well. So, very, very cool 7-inch there. It's quite rare as well, I'm led to believe. And for some reason I have 2 copies here, all those years ago, and it's backed with Writings on the Wall. One with Fab, backed with Zigzag. And then I got the box set version, which is interesting. So a quick gander. That's it. So you get the 7-inch again. Just pop that there. Little cutout and a little mini poster in there. And the poster we'll actually see again in a minute because it's the picture disc to the vinyl box set. And then I don't know why, I really don't, but I've got 3 copies of Got My Mind Set on You. It says 1, 2, there's 3. I'm pretty sure the labels on them are all different, but I still don't know why you'd need 3 copies of them, so. I've got 3 copies though. Anyway, now let's take a quick look at Travelling Wilburys stuff. Of course, the band that George Harrison was very famous for putting together. Him and Jeff Lynne put it together. They also got in Tom Petty, Bob Dylan and Roy Orbison. And I'm a big fan of all of these musicians. I love the Electric Light Orchestra. I'm a huge Tom Petty fan. I absolutely love Tom Petty. I've recently really been digging into Bob Dylan. So I've really been getting into Bob Dylan. Actually, just got in the post today. Another side of Bob Dylan, an original. See him right there. And then Roy Orbison, he's great as well. So anyway, there's Handle With Care. Back with Margarita. And then here we got She's My Baby, which is a little bit difficult to get actually, even the 7-inch. Backed with New Blue Moon, which is a great song. Here we got the Wilbury Twist. Back with New Blue Moon again. And then this is the reissue of Handle With Care, which came out in 2007. Backed with Handle With Care, the extended version. So, yeah, there's that. Now let's have a look at the vinyl, because I'm sure this is what most people are interested in. So then, first one up is an original mono pressing of Wonderwall music. You know, I really like the music on this record. It's great. You know, the Indian stuff on it is fantastic. It's not a mono, sorry, it's a stereo. This is an original stereo. So yeah, it's very cool. It's the original first press on the Black Apple label. Here, of course, we got All Things Must Pass. This copy here I picked up at a car boot. It's a slightly thinner box and later pressing, you know, compared to the other one which I've got to show. It's not quite as nice condition, you know, there's a bit of dirt on the cover. This is my really nice copy of All Things Must Pass, an original first press. You know, it's a great record, this, it really is. The cover's a lot cleaner. It's as clean as what you can get, really, with this album. Yeah, it's a great record, that album. I'll go over that one in more detail when I show this box, because this one's a bit more interesting. A lot of people have been asking me about this one, the Concert of Bangladesh, because it's not in the vinyl box set. I'm kind of pleased in a way this isn't in the vinyl box, and I'm kind of pleased in a way because while George definitely put this project together, you know, Ravi Shankar went to him and said, "Can you help me do this?" And George said, "Yeah, I'll put this together for you." George is present throughout the whole concert, but it's, you know, you get a lot of other artists on here. You get Bob Dylan, you get Eric Clapton, Leon Russell, Billy Preston, Ringo Starr. So it's not a complete Harrison live album, I don't think. So I'm kind of pleased this one isn't in the box. But anyway, my copy of the vinyl record is very nice. Nice book in there. There's that. Next one up, of course, just reviewed this album and I love it. Living in the Material World. My original is missing a couple of the inserts, but not a problem anymore. Next one up, I got 2 copies of this. Dark Horse. I'm hoping someone can help me with this because I do have a quick question. So yeah, I believe this is my original. And there were 2 different variants on the label. So I'm going to just show you this one. I do have the original inner sleeve in there. I've just given it a separate sleeve. Blue label like that, which I think is the original. So yeah, it's very nice condition, this one as well. And you know, I also said in my last video that I'm not the biggest fan of this album. Well, since then, I've played the remastered copy in the box set. And I'll say this, I now really enjoy the album. It's a good album, so I'll take that back as well. I do enjoy this album a lot. So I still think it's one of George's weaker albums. You know, I don't think it's one of George's best albums. But it is a good album. I like it. I like it a lot. It's a good record. And then I have a second copy of the album here, which, as you can see on the outside, looks exactly the same. However, inside, this one's got like a grey label. I believe they're both printed in the UK, yeah, made in England. So, very strange there. I'm really not sure what the deal is there with that. So, you know, I presume just this one here is a later pressing, I'm guessing. I'm pretty sure the original was on the blue label, but anyway. Doesn't matter. I just thought while I'm filming this video, I know there's some people out there who know more than me about this kind of thing, so I'll pitch a quick question. Next one up is Extra Texture, my original UK copy. Then I have an original American pressing in shrink wrap, which is much nicer because it has the die cut cover, which is very nice. So yeah, I do like that album as well. You know, again, people like to put this album down. It's a good album. I like it. Then here's the compilation, the very best of George Harrison. I'm actually missing the original UK one where he's sitting in front of the car with the big hat on. But this is the MFP version. And I also have the American pressing, which has an awesome cover. I love it. So there it is. Not the best compilation, of course, because it focuses half Beatles stuff. You know, Ringo gets his own compilation of his complete solo career, and George has Beatles tracks chucked on. Isn't hugely fair. Here we got 33 1/3. I really like this album. It's a very good record. Some people absolutely adore this album. I don't think it's one of George's best, if I'm being honest. I'd rather listen to the self-titled and pretty much any of the Apple albums, if I'm being honest. It's a good record, though. I love this song. It's What You Value. Pure Smokey. Crackerbox Palace is an awesome track. Still a very good album. I really enjoy it. And of course, you know, he was doing a lot of promotion for this album at the time because it was his first one on Dark Horse. He was all into it. Load of great music videos for it as well. He put out this interview disc as well, which is quite cool to own as well. Here comes one of my personal favourites. I absolutely love this record. This is the self-titled. I adore this record. It's crazy good. Love Comes to Everyone is great. You know, Eric Clapton done a great cover of it on his Back Home album as well. Not Guilty's awesome. Here Comes the Moon. Blow Away. Got it right. Amazing. Faster's great. Soft Touch and If You Believe. Great tracks all round there. And here we've got Somewhere in England. You know, again, a pretty good record. Blood from a Clone. Love it. All Those Years Ago. Great. Teardrops. Yeah. I'm reading out all the same songs I read out in the box set video. Now, here's one. I hope I'm going to pronounce this right, because again, apparently I've been pronouncing this wrong. I've been saying Gontropo, or Gontropo. That's how I've been saying it, Gontropo. Gontropo? Hope I'm saying it right, Gontropo. I never thought I was saying it wrong, but okay. Yeah, it's a great record again, you know, really like this record. Wake Up My Love is awesome. That's the Way It Goes. Title track's amazing. Circles, you know, really good album. And then what do I have? Next one up is Cloud 9. Of course, George's great comeback album with Jeff Lynne, which sounds incredible. Every track on there is gold dust. Got a 12-inch here to Got My Mind Set on You. Quite hard to get in the UK, so I was over the moon to find that. Compilation, very best of Dark Horse. So 76 to 89 there. Really good song selection actually. And yeah, I think this would have been a good idea to put in the box set. The vinyl box set. Then here I've got original copy of Brainwashed, which is an awesome album. I love it. You know, after watching that little mini documentary, I have a lot more respect for that album. It's great. And then here is, of course, the Early Takes Volume 1, which is great. Really enjoyed it. It's a bit short, but I do really like it. Just waiting for that Early Takes Volume 2. Here I got a bootleg called By George, which is, you know, just a lot of B-sides and outtakes and stuff. You know, if I hold it up there, it's the best I can do with this record pile. Very cool bootleg actually, though. Good sound quality. Then we got some Wilburys stuff again. Here's Travelling Wilburys Volume 1. Yeah, great record. Travelling Wilburys Volume 2. Not quite as good, but still a really good album. People love to put that album down, and it's actually pretty good. Here's the 10-inch from 2007, the Handle with Care extended version. And then to finish up the records, there's one more bootleg here, and it's Volume 3. So again, just outtakes, and you know, some singles and whatnot. So, pretty cool stuff, pretty cool. I'll just hold the track listing up there like that. Okay, so then that's the records. Let me find these guys a new home. I'll take a look at the box sets next. Oh no, I'll do quickly show the book. There's not much to show there though. Got these records on the floor. There we are. Just make sure they're in a safe place. There we go. Down here. Got a load of DIY stuff going on around the house at the minute, so it's a bit awkward. And I always prefer filming down here because the lighting's better. So anyway, here's the book. Living in the Material World. Now I know some people were a bit bummed out there wasn't a book in the new vinyl box set. Just go buy this. That's all you need. It's pretty cheap on Amazon now because it's been out a while. It's great. You know, lots of cool pictures in there and stuff. Lots of good information. You know, lots of stuff in there. It's really nice. I'd highly recommend that to anyone who wants to get to know George a bit more. So yeah, here we have the All Things Must Pass. I always forget what anniversary this was for. 2001. So 81, 91. So yeah, 30th anniversary box set. And this is really cool. Very hard to get, but I love the cover. Love what they've done there. You know, All Things Must Pass. I said I'd go into it a bit more detail. I'd Have You Only Time's great. My Sweet Lord's great. Wild Wild's great. Isn't It a P's great. What Life. Behind That Locked Door is one of my favourites. Beware of Darkness. The Ballad of Sir Frankie Crisp is one of my favourites. Waiting on You All Things Must Pass. Isn't It a Pity? It's great as well. And, you know, I also like the Jam. I find the Jam interesting. You know, it's it's not great, but it's interesting to listen to. Get a mini book in here. Mini book. So, it's nice that they chucked it in there. It's nice. And then, yeah, all the sleeves are very fun to look at, actually, because if you go in a certain order, you can actually see an industrial state, flats being put up behind George's house as you go through them. So, it's very cool. And it's such a nice box set, honestly. You get a load of bonus tracks on here as well. You get the 2001 version of My Sweet Lord, and I believe this is the only place you can get it on vinyl at the minute. So, yeah, it's a bloody good box, really. It's very nice. And now let's have a look at the boxes. So let's do the Apple Years. Again, there's videos in detail on these, so I'll leave links in the description to them. Apple Years box, you know, very nice box. Very, very nice. Nice shiny apple there. And I'm not going to go through each CD, because as I say, there is a complete video. But you get a little book in here, which is nice, with a bonus documentary DVD on there. So yeah, it's very nice, very hardbound book, which is nice. Go back in, there we are. And what one should I show you? Let's take a look at Dark Horse, why not? So, there it is. Very nice, as you can see. Very high quality stuff here. I love the work that Danny Harrison's put into the George stuff. So, in the first gatefold, you get the CD in original, in what the original inner sleeve would look like. And you get a little book with each one, which is nice. You get some information, load of cool stuff. And, you know, I think these are essential to any George Harrison fan, because the quality of music on these is great. The work that's gone into these is fantastic. The Apple Years box really is, I'd probably say, the nicest CD box I've got. It's incredibly nice. So a lot of care's gone into this. It's great. Pop that one there. And then here we've got the Dark Horse Years box, which again, very nice. I wish Brainwashed was in here, but anyway, it's not. But anyway, let's take a quick look. So yeah, of course, Dark Horse there on the top. This one here, you know, came out in 2000. I don't know, 2003 or 4, I think. So yeah, we'll take a quick look here. Let's go with Live in Japan. A little bit harder to get out these ones, but yeah, here it is, Live in Japan. So yeah, you can see George's face on there. You know, again, not quite as interesting as the Apple Years one because they're in plastic casings. Still get a book in there, and the sound quality, of course, is still incredible. So yeah, it's a great little CD box there. It is amazing. Okay, so last one up is the vinyl box. Not going to go over this in too much detail either, because as I say, I literally just filmed a video on it last week. Come here. So what I've done is I've actually put a Blake sleeve here on the cover, just to stop this from scratching up. So yeah, we'll take this off quickly. Look at this, I'm sat in the exact same position I was last week, talking about the exact same thing. That's how interesting my channel is. Now, the only thing I'm really going to talk about with this box in this video is the sound quality, because, you know, look, when I film my video on this, low battery warning, get lost. When I filmed my video on this, I just got it in the post, it was an unboxing. I have now played quite a few of the records in here. Very thick card as well. And I can say that the sound quality in here is amazing. It's incredible. So the only album which I haven't talked about today is this one here. I'll get hold of it. There we go. Electronic Sounds. You know, there's a lot of people who like to talk about this album. A lot of people like to criticise. It's an interesting album. I said in my Living in the Material World video, it's not really there to be enjoyed. It's more there from a creative standpoint and an interesting point. And I stand by what I said there. It is a very interesting record. And, you know, it is enjoyable, obviously, you know. But yeah, it's not an awful record. It's not awful. Here is live in Japan. Finally get it on vinyl. I mean, I know there is original pressings out there, but I refuse to pay that money. So yeah, very pleased to own this. Then of course I show you the picture discs at the back again quickly. So yeah, I mean, I've played in this box now. I've played Living in the Material World, Dark Horse, Self-Titled, and Brainwashed. And really, really have loved them. It's great. Can't wait to play all of them in here remastered, but you know, it's finding the time with all the work and whatnot. So it's anyway, download code. Still haven't used my download code. I do plan to. So yeah, here's the picture discs, and this would have been the poster in the 7-inch CD box, 7-inch vinyl box. Sorry, to When We Was Fab. And then there is, of course, Got My Mind Set on You. So anyway, that's it for this video, guys. I'm not going to go into any more detail on the box because, as I say, I've just done it, and I know that would be incredibly pointless, me going over the box twice in a row. So anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. That is my entire George Harrison collection, my whole George Harrison collection. Hope you've enjoyed it. There are a couple bits I'm missing, like an original UK press of the very best of George Harrison. An original electronic sounds would be nice, just so that on my shelf I've got all of the George Harrison albums. But anyway, that is it for this video, guys. Let me bring this round. Look how awesome that is. I love the cover. Anyway, that is it for this video, guys. I hope you've enjoyed it. Please hit the subscribe button, like the video, leave a message. I'll see you guys next time for another video.
If you open up your heart, you'll see what I mean.